They knew we were in trouble out there, and they would not even open one door to help us. A door that should have been open over a half an hour before the bottle busted the first door and got it open. What did they do? They just left us out in the cold to die. They tried to blame it all on us. The only two responsibilities they had in that area of the building that night was to open the doors and rip a ticket. Enjoy the show was optional. They could not even accomplish the first one. Festival seating has nothing to do with the fact that they would not open one door. After the sound check, there was plenty of time to open the doors. The building had to be ready by 7:15. The doors were supposed to be open at 7. That is my problem, and that is the question. Why wouldn't they open the doors?
They're fucking stupid.
For 30 years, I've asked myself that question. The first time I met Paul on this very day last year, I asked him the question. Before I even got it out of my mouth, I knew what the right answer was for me. Paul's answer was they didn't care. My answer is I don't want to know their excuse. It could never add up to 11 lives. The media focused on the stampede theory. Where was there to stampede to? The doors were closed, and when the crowd finally busted the one door and opened more, they closed them. The only stampede these people died from was the stampede of stupidity inside that building. 9,000 people through one door. Every victim died of crushing injuries. I cannot describe what it feels like to be slowly crushed to death, nor can I describe what it feels like to be hung by a nightstick with thousands of people pushing on your back. You just have to live it, I guess. When I quit drinking and finally forgave those morons inside that building, I grew to this one truth. Those of us who walked away have our own memories. Many of us in the crowd did heroic things. Some did terrible things. Some people inside the building did heroic things. Some did terrible things. Out of all the memories and lives that people walked away with, I would not trade memories or lives with anybody. For 30 minutes of my life, I had a girl who was the most important person in my life and tested myself to my very limit, saved her life, and I never knew her name and never saw her again. It was the greatest lucky streak of my life. 9,000 to 1 on being the person who caught her. 9,000 to 1 on being the person who got the nightstick. It was, in so many ways, the best night of my life and the worst night of my life. That's probably why, when I think about that 30 minutes of my life, I wonder, how the hell did I get here? Ladies and gentlemen, we all failed these 11 people that night. Riverfront Coliseum Management and Security, the crowd, the Cincinnati Police Department, the Who Security, and Road Manager. We all failed these 11 innocent victims on December 3rd, 1979. I personally feel the entire city of Cincinnati has failed them for 31 years now. The crowd is remembered for trying to run them over for a better seat. They are remembered that way also. I say to our elected leaders, U.S. Bank Arena owners and management, and the entire city of Cincinnati, open up your hearts and accept our gift of a permanent memorial. Let us all remember the 11 innocent souls we left out in the cold on December 3rd, 1979. And I say to the survivors, come forward, join us in our fight, and stand where I'm standing tonight. And stand where I stand tonight and say these words with me. My name is Tom Brown, and I am a Who concert survivor. I thank you for listening to my story, and I wish you peace.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Okay, well, as you know, there's a lot of other people that got injured that night. In addition to the 11 people that died, I mean, there's tragic stories throughout that whole event. And, you know, it just seems like they should have seen this thing coming because there's been numerous concerts before that. But, you know, we want to try to put a positive spin on the thing. I mean, the whole concert industry was changed as a result of it. And here in Cincinnati, they outlawed the festival seating for at least 25 years, and when they do allow festival seating, they do it with an NFPA codes with 9 square feet per person to eliminate crowd crush. So there's some very positive steps there too, and I'd like to let you all know, in case you don't know, that you can actually get a report, the actual report from 1980, when it come out from the City of Cincinnati, print your own copy out. But Paul Wertheimer was working with the City of Cincinnati at that time, and he did an extensive report and listed all these suggestions at the end of it. And he's been instrumental in helping our organization get this thing off the ground. And I suggest you can take a look at his website. It's www.crowdsafe.com, and it's Paul Wertheimer. And I couldn't make it for the event this year, but